See, it says you are live. And it goes off. Hello. Hi, everybody. If you're new to this channel, thank you for coming by and choosing us to spend your time with. We know you have plenty of other options and could have made lots of other decisions. So we never, sorry about that, I messed with my lighting. We never take it for granted that you'll be here. So if you're returning or even a regular, thank you too. But what I'm wondering is what is wrong with you? Aren't you bored? I'm not that exciting, guys. But thank you all the same for being here on this goofy channel. Hey Denise, how are you doing? Special thanks to the channel members. I really appreciate you all being members. That is something that I just never expected. It is never a requirement, but it feels pretty good too. Hey Susan. And I'm still trying to figure all that out. So my membership things are going to get a little bit better as we go on. I promise. And I'm sending hugs to all of my mods. I I hope this channel stays calm and gives you guys a place that you can not really have to do a whole lot and just kind of be here too and enjoy it. But, I'm sure at some point we'll have some kind of a troll show up. But it is so amazing knowing that if I need you, you're all here. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. So if you're here newly and you're wondering what is this channel about, well, we talk a lot about the fight to shut down the cult of Scientology. But we also talk about life, death, and all the joys and all the struggles in between. So one day we might be talking about the evils of the cult, but the next day we might be talking about, does pepperoni or Canadian bacon or even pineapple hit the top of your list for things on pizza. We are a safe place for everybody. Well, unless you're a troll. And if you're a troll, my mods have absolute permission to kick your butt right out of here because we just don't have time for that. So before you leave, if you're a troll, it would be great if you just go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It wouldn't bother me. Because, I mean, let's face it, we're a YouTube channel, y'all, and we do things for the clicks. That's what we're here for. So, did y'all notice this little cutie patootie sitting next to me yet?
Hi.
This is my husband, Mark, and he actually agreed to be on the channel with me tonight. I didn't expect him to agree, and then he kind of tried to back out, but he didn't. He said that as long as I wasn't setting him up, and I said, well, he could come on here as long as he doesn't try to embarrass me. So we're going to see if we keep our word. I'm not going to set you up for anything, so you better not embarrass me.
I brought my attack dog.
He did bring the dog, it's laying next to him. He's kind of shy sometimes, but he'll warm up, and you'll see why I love him so much, even though he's a pain in my butt. And I'm not really sure why he loves me, but he claims to. So, anyway, bless his heart, right? So, today we're going to talk about 34 silly arguments that all, or at least most, couples have. On the list of them, there's a few that Mark and I have never argued about, to be perfectly honest. Turn this fan on, but away from him because he's cold. And we're going to give our opinions, but mostly we want to hear what your opinion on these things are too. How you all handle this with your significant other or even a child or a parent or whoever, a friend, whatever. We just want to see how you respond to some of these things too. And so I'm going to really try to follow the chat. And so don't forget to just post those comments there, please. And we're going to get started in just a minute. Forgot to set this up. Okay, we are back. Now let's get started. Some of these are kind of silly, and some of them are a little bit thought-provoking, but seriously, I just, want to see what your opinion on some of these are too. So the first one is the right way for them, meaning your significant other or whoever, to react when you vent. Like you're not venting about that person. Like I was explaining to Mark that like if I was complaining to him about like say something one of our daughters did, what do I want him to do? And his inclination in the past anyway, he's a fixer. So he always wants to fix what's wrong. And sometimes I need him to fix things. And then sometimes I just want him to listen. And I know that's not fair. But because I mean, how's he supposed to know which time is which, right? But ask me. Maybe sometimes just ask me. Is there like something like whenever, like if you're venting to me about somebody, what's the best way for me to react to you?
I don't know.
You can't answer I don't know to everything. Just gonna warn you. Do you want me to like try to fix it, or do you want me to just listen? Or both?
Probably just listen.
Probably just listen.
If I need it fixed, I'll tell you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Number 2, Netflix cheating. Is it ever okay to watch ahead on something that you're watching together? So like if you're binging a show together, is it ever okay for the other person to like watch a few episodes ahead just because they had some extra time? So
Sure.
it is? You don't care if I watch ahead?
Don't bother me.
Oh, I'd be mad.
I'm going to tell you what happens anyway.
Yes, he will. He's always telling me what's going to happen, or he guesses the outcome of everything. So anyway, just if y'all have like a definite opinion on this, let me know. I want to see your opinion on it. Okay, number 3, toothpaste etiquette, y'all. Where do you squeeze the tube at? Does it make you mad if they leave the cap off or they, put it back on? What's your preference? I personally want it to be squeezed from the bottom and I want the cap put back on. Yep. See? There's a lot of these that we agree on. We don't fight over much, really, do we?
No.
Did the dog scratch you? He's bleeding. Okay, number 4. Okay. To read or ask for directions. Do you have a significant other that will not read the directions or ask for directions? I'm a direction reader. So what are you on it?
On what?
Like, do you read the directions
on
or do you
driving or building
both?
something?
Either one.
I'll have you pull it up on the thingy. If I don't know. Most time I know.
What, a YouTube video or something? That's how
No.
Curtis does everything.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about if you're driving.
Oh yeah, we don't usually stop and ask for directions, but he will have me look on my GPS thing. But when we were building something, he is terrible about it. He does not. He has them there and he glances at them, but he doesn't really necessarily follow them. And then we have extra pieces and stuff, but it usually turns out okay in the end after a little bit of work. Okay. Number 5. We do have a little bit of issue with this one sometimes. Where to set the thermostat on your heating and air conditioning, and when is it okay to turn it on, to either turn on the air conditioner or to turn on the heater? Like I'm not kidding y'all. My ex-husband, he had seasons for everything, and like you weren't allowed to turn the air conditioner on before like the middle of June. There was like days for everything. Like you couldn't have soup past, I think, March or something, maybe April. You might have had soup in April, but I don't think so. But like he had rules. So what's your thought on the thermostat setting it? Like where I like it set about 70, 71.
About 72 or more, 3.
Yeah. But you will bump it down, but you also will bump it up and try to act like you didn't. We have a ghost in the house that comes around and bumps our thermostat up. So about 72, 3, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have a specific time that it's okay? Does it has to be this temperature or higher or lower or this month or, after?
Usually don't want the air turned on until after or mid-May.
Mid-May. We don't
It,
really,
it used to
though.
always be June,
Yeah.
but it seemed like it's getting hotter earlier.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we'll turn it on, but it's not like running all the time. I mean, like if we have a hot day, right? Okay, here's one. Checking your phone during dinner or any meal. Like I just said, it said dinner, but any meal. How do you guys feel about your partner sitting there with you and they're checking their phone while you all are trying to have like a meal together? So we don't do that. It's not even that there's a rule. We just don't. We hardly ever know where our phone is. His is usually in the truck.
I don't carry it hardly.
Yeah, he don't really carry it. And then mine, I I don't really check it when we're having like if we're at a sit down meal, I don't. Now if we're sitting in the living room eating a TV dinner, watching something on TV, I'm probably going to pick it up. It's probably not going to be my phone though. It's probably going to be I'm going to be looking at messages on Messenger or something.
But if we're driving, you're on it constantly.
Yeah, I am. I am. I'm bad about that. But I will put it down and talk to you or something, but I am on it a lot when we're driving. Okay. Here's number 7, leaving sponges soaking in water in the sink. I hate it because they stink no matter what you do. You know, I think they stink. And so I don't like that. So what about you?
I leave them in there.
I'm about to say there's one in there right now. And I'm just like, I know it's in there and I want to go get it out so bad, but I'm really trying not to be like that because I am seriously bad about being one of those people that's like, nobody helps me do anything. But then when they do help me do something, I bitch about it and say, you're not doing it right. Just let me do it, you know.
Because
So
I was the one washing the dishes.
he was the one washing the dishes. He has had to really step up with all this cancer stuff. Now, this one, Oberholtz, he's going to like talk bad about me. What do you all think about shoe storage? Should they be put away in the closet, on a shoe rack, on a mat by the front door or outside the front door, whatever, you know, that kind of thing is? Or if they leave them laying around, does that make you mad? So
I don't care where they're at because I'll leave mine by the chairs
Yes.
and stuff. But I don't like them laying all over the bathroom floor where I have to fall over them. And how many pair were in the toilet room?
today, I counted them when I went in there before we went live.
At least 6 pairs.
7 pairs of shoes. Yeah.
And there's at least 3 by the chair by the sink.
Yeah. I've got a beauty shop chair in front of our mirror in the bathroom, and there's like 3 pairs there. And then there's probably 8 pairs next on my side of the bed. And then there's probably 30 pairs on the rack or more in the actual closet. They're everywhere. That is the one I am horrible about shoes. I am terrible about it. Okay. This is another one we don't really ever fight about, and that's the television volume. Does one of you like it up loud or need it up loud because you can't hear? And one of you likes it quiet or what? We really are kind of quiet, aren't we?
Huh? No. Not the same.
Yeah, we don't have it loud, but like, I mean, even when our TV is on, somebody could have a conversation in the room and it wouldn't interrupt their conversation. Might interrupt our TV, but it wouldn't. Now, my dad, bless his heart, he can't hear very good. And I swear sometimes I think I can hear his TV at our house from his house. And it's a few hundred feet, but, you know, I swear I think I can. And we bought him some of those hearing aids that you can get on Amazon. Because I thought, okay, let's try these out and see if he likes them before he goes and like buys the expensive stuff, right? He won't use them. He uses them. But let me get this. He told me the other day, I don't know if I told you this, but if he wears them for a couple of days, that then he doesn't have to wear them for a couple of days because he hears better.
That's because Katie and the kids made him turn the TV down. More likely.
Okay, now this was one that gets to us sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Number 10, public walking speed. So like if you're in the grocery store or at the mall or, you know, the fair, which we don't go to the fair, but if you're at some kind of something, not in your house, but, you know, and you're walking beside each other, does one of you walk fast and one of you walk slow? I walk fast. Not so much over here.
I ain't no hurry to get there.
Yeah, apparently not. I even will tease, I will make fun of him to the girls and do like this little old man shuffle and be like, here's Mark walking through the grocery store and his little feet are just, barely moving. It doesn't make me, sometimes it makes me mad, but most of the time it's fine. Other than that, I don't like to shop. So I'm like going, come on. I want to get in there. I might have 20 places that I need to go. Like if we go to Walmart, God forbid, I might have 20 things I need to get, but I want to get to all those locations and be done. And he's like walking slow. Okay, here's another one. I don't know about this one. Number 11, paper towels or dish towels for wiping up messes. Like if you spill something or you're wiping the cabinets down after dinner or something. Do you want to use paper towels or just dish towels?
Probably dish towels.
I bet I can guess why.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
I like the feel of a dish towel better, so my preference is really a dish towel. But sometimes I just want to just grab something really fast and wipe it up and throw it in the trash and be done with it. So I'm kind of both, but I really do prefer dish towels. Okay, this one we never fight over. Never. We have never fought over this. Best college team or pro, if you're more of a pro sports team, and who's the bigger fan? What team?
Oklahoma State
Cowboys. Who's the bigger fan?
Probably me.
Yeah, but I'm close.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
I'm a Yankees girl.
Green Bay Packers.
I don't like the Packers. I don't dislike them. That's just not one of mine.
I don't really care about basketball unless it's college.
Yeah. And then let me guess who it'd be. Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Yep.
Is Gary on here? He's listening. Okay, here's another one. Leftovers. Not if you want to save leftovers. That's not what this one's about. But do you eat the leftovers that maybe they brought home? So like you've gone out to dinner, okay? We went out to dinner. I brought home a little doggy bag, a little box full of stuff. Would he eat it knowing that I'm probably going to eat that? Would he eat it? Or if he brought it home, would I eat it? That kind of thing. And would it make us mad?
If it's sitting there after one day, I could probably eat it for lunch.
But what do I tell you?
I don't want it.
Absolutely. So we don't fight over it because we don't ever just secretly grab each other's food and eat it. We just he's playing with the dog. If you're
but like today, there was still that sausage roll in there.
I know.
And I gave it to the dogs.
Did you eat the stuff from Joseph's the other night?
Not yet.
We need to eat that. We need to eat that tomorrow. Somebody needs to eat it. Okay.
I'm not playing. I keep getting
He's scratching you. Okay, so number 14. Leaving clutter laying around, especially socks. I'm basically the deal was talking mostly about leaving socks laying around. He's bad about leaving his socks laying around. Not horrible, but he does leave his socks, especially if he's wearing boot socks with his boots. And then the next morning he wears tennis shoes or, hey dudes or something. Then he wears he didn't put the same socks on is what I'm saying. And so it's, or even if he's got them on and takes them off and then he puts something else on that same day, he's not going to wear the same socks necessarily, but you will leave your socks laying around. But I'm worse at it. What I do is I'll have socks on because I'm freezing when I first go to bed. And then in the night I get hot and I don't even know I'm doing it, but I kick my socks off. And so then the dogs grab my socks and under the bed they go. And so then eventually they're bringing them back out and I'm gathering them up and I've got socks. So all my socks get washed at once. Okay. We don't really do this one either, but I know a lot of people have this problem. Number 15, posting unflattering pictures on social media. If you posted an ugly, fat ass looking picture of me on social media, it might be a divorce.
You mean a butt shot?
Yes.
I've done that.
You've taken the pictures. And usually if there's anything I don't agree with, I just go get your iPad and delete them off. or I delete them before he has a chance to post them. But yeah, you have posted some, but I would be livid now because I have
But
more people that know who I am now.
but I don't really think about it. I just take it, and
Yeah,
if it shows up, it shows up.
yeah, and like if he's taking a picture of us like in Hawaii or something, he's paying way more attention to the scenery. I'll tell you what he was trying to do. We were in Hawaii one time. We were doing the whole road to Hana, and I had to pee. And so I literally went behind a bush, y'all, on a hill where it was a cliff, and literally was back there peeing. And he was like teasing me, saying he was taking pictures of me. And so I'm trying to hurry and gripe at him and tell him don't do it. And then I heard a
That
helicopter
wasn't
coming.
the road to Hana, though.
It wasn't the road to Hana? I thought that was that day.
That was north.
Well, wherever
it
we
could
were
have
going.
been when we went to Hana.
It was that
we took the
day.
long route.
It was that same day. It might not have been the actual road to Hana, but anyway. But yeah, I'm trying to get finished peeing, get that all shut down, get my pants back up. Next time I'm wearing a dress, like a skirt, so that they can't tell, because I just knew that this helicopter full of tourists was going to come buzzing me. Oh my God, I would have died. And I'm sitting there. The one time that I actually like pee out in public, not the one time, but because I can already see his brain working on another time. Number 16. This one has a big fight for a lot of people, but we really don't have this either. Where to spend the holidays? Like, do you go to the wife's parents, the husband's parents? You know, how do you do it? Do you split it up between kids? How do you do that stuff? So we just have like a schedule. I mean, like we're married, 22 years, something like that. So his mom has always been great about trying to like.
Except for that couple years where I got yelled at because we didn't go over.
Well, yeah.
At Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But until just recently, always had Thanksgiving at my house. So we didn't go anywhere for Thanksgiving. Oh, my nose is itching. And then Christmas, we're available except for Christmas morning. We always have something with my family because of the kids and the grandkids and everything. But we really don't fight about it. Do you think we fight about the holidays? I mean, where to spend the holidays? I don't think we really do.
If it's not Christmas or Thanksgiving, it's probably going to be somewhere else.
Yeah, if it's not Christmas or Thanksgiving. Yeah, we used to spend everything but Christmas and vacation, or Christmas and Thanksgiving on vacation. We haven't done that for a couple of years, and I'm really missing it. We need to get back on schedule. Okay, here's another one that gets on a lot of people's nerves. Number 17, leaving wads of hair or even whiskers from shaving in the shower or in the sink. Do you see him staring at me?
Wads of hair. Mm-hmm.
I can't help it if I lose hair.
But it's still there.
I don't see it. Whenever I get out, it's in the, I don't see it. But you leave whiskers in the sink. You don't get those all cleaned up. He's not bad about it. You don't shave that often. Okay, this is another one we don't fight about, but a lot of people do. And if you can switch it to a different food if there's a different food that makes it make more sense. But eating ice cream in a bowl or from the container. The only time I eat it from a container is when it's one of those little, what is it, a pint or something, the little bitty ones.
I don't know, personal size.
Yeah, those little personal size, and I a lot of times I'll eat that out of the deal, but we don't eat it out of the container other than that.
No, because someone else has to dish it out.
It tastes better when he dishes it. Like coffee. Coffee tastes better when you make it. You can make some tomorrow morning, by the way. Okay, let's see here. This one does not pertain to us, really. Well, not the actual one they list, but it's number 19, time spent on golf or other hobbies. He probably doesn't like how much time I spend on my YouTube stuff, but other than that, you've never really complained when I spent time painting and stuff, but mainly I do it there where we can still talk. I'm right there, and you don't really do any like hobbies too much, mowing the grass.
Not like I used to.
No, not like you used to.
I was playing ball all the time.
Yeah.
Now I feel old, can't do it.
You're not old. Number 20, falling asleep on the couch or in the recliner. Does that irritate you? And like, does it make you mad if the person wakes you up to tell you to go to bed? It doesn't make me mad. I don't get mad. I'm just like, I was sleeping so good. But if he doesn't wake me up, then I'm like, oh, you didn't even wake me up to go to bed. So can't win. What about?
That hadn't happened in a while.
Does it make you mad if I wake you up?
No.
No. I didn't think it did.
Because the dog will wake me up.
Yeah, the dog will wake you up. Okay. 21. We don't fight over this one either. We might should, but watching YouTube or answering emails, scrolling Facebook, any of that kind of thing late at night. I'm talking late, like after lights out, after you've went to bed.
Well, that ain't me.
No, he does not. Ever. I do, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes all night, like never go to sleep. Okay, now number 22. This is a good one. This one does kind of irritate me. Not bad, but sometimes. Okay, when their alarm and then their snooze and then their snooze and then their snooze again goes off and you could be sleeping, but you're waking up and they're like over there still sleeping. They wake up enough to turn it off. He does.
You turn off the alarm and then I go back to sleep.
Yeah. But I don't set an alarm. And if I do, it's after he leaves. I've got it set for later. I don't ever get up before him. Okay, number 23 is called glass ghosts. Like you see 1, 2, 3, 4 glasses sitting around. There's only the 2 of you, right? But then they're not yours. But then the other person goes and gets another glass for another drink. Does that make you mad? I don't think we even really do that, do we? We both have I drink out of this. He's got one over there. We drink out of that most of the time. The only time that I switch glasses during the day, if I have a regular glass, is like if I drink milk, like chocolate milk or something in the morning, then that glass is done for the day. It has to go in the dishwasher. And I get something else for everything else. And sometimes I like to have a glass that's nothing but water. So. Okay. We didn't do this one either. Number 24, leaving pee in the toilet. Got any non-toilet flushing people out there? I think we both flush, right? I mean, I don't ever notice that. I mean, if we are out of electric, like the storm has knocked our electric out, we purposely leave it. And then he's so sweet because we'll use the toilet and everything, and then I can't lift it. The water, he'll have like a 5-gallon bucket of water and he'll take the back off of the tank and pour it in there and flush the toilet for me and fill the tank back up so that I can go to the bathroom again. Because I go to the bathroom a lot more than you do, don't I?
I can just go outside.
Well, not to poop.
You never know.
You never know. That's true.
I just blame it on Brutus.
Number 25, wet towels on the bed. I think that would irritate both of us. Neither of us really do it, but I think that, it would irritate both of us.
Somebody has done it.
I have done it, but it's not like a habit. I have done it. See, y'all are finding out all kinds of bad stuff about me. Like, never mind. Okay, number 26, back seat or side seat driver. So if one of you is driving, does the other one tell you what to do?
Mm-hmm.
What do I tell you to do? Go around them. Go the speed limit.
Usually it's the speed limit because I got it on cruise.
At 50? He will go 60 and a 65. And I'm just going, go. Now, if the roads are bad or something, I'm good for him. But and he'll fall in behind somebody and just follow them forever. And he goes, I'm waiting for time to go around him. I'm like, you couldn't find one in the last 10 minutes? Don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I say? If you don't like it, you can drive.
What do I say?
I don't want to drive.
I don't want to drive. I'm not driving. I don't want to drive. Okay. Number 27, leaving doors or cabinets just wide open. We don't really do that either. Like the doors on the cabinets or drawers on, we don't really leave those open either.
Is one of them leaving the lights on?
Sort of.
Because that would be a yes.
But we don't leave a lot of lights on to begin with. We don't have a lot of lights on. Ever. I mean, sometimes I never turn a light on all day. Okay, so number 28, correct way to load a dishwasher or do laundry.
I don't care.
Yeah. I get on to him all the time about laundry because he will throw jeans, towels, t-shirts, nice shirts, anything, all in one load of laundry. And I'm like, no. But I've learned to he's got better. I will say that. You have gotten better. And I've learned to just appreciate that he does it because I have been sick for so long that I've not been able to do it. And it wouldn't get done if he didn't do it. Okay, so number 29, what time to go to bed, and do you have to go to bed at the same time? We don't really have a set time, do we?
No.
I mean,
usually it's not past midnight.
Yeah, but he
It's
has
too
to
hard.
work. I mean, I don't have to work, so I can do whatever. But it's always been around midnight or something is when you'll go to bed, and I usually turn off the lights and stuff then, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the bedroom, he turns them off when he comes to bed because I'm usually in there on YouTube or making thumbnails or something. But
And then your headphones come off and blaring.
yes,
What? Can you hear that?
My old iPad, the little headphone deal will pop out of there, and I could still hear it. And so he'll nudge me or something to let me know that the YouTube is now blaring, so he gets to hear a lot of interesting stuff probably. Okay, number 30, the number of lights to be left on in the house. 2, but we don't leave those on. We turn lights off. He gets mad if he doesn't try to parent me, but if I leave a light on and leave the room, he'll either say something, or if he goes that way, he turns it off. The one that's over our head, I tend to forget to turn it on. Not so much at night when I do it live, but in the daytime, because it really isn't so bright to me.
Bathroom light, closet light.
Yeah, but I usually turn them off. But that's why we have a low electric bill. We keep the lights off. I mean, and sometimes there's no lights on except for that little lamp in the living room between our chairs. We just are kind of dark people. We just sit in the dark like bats. Okay, number 31. See, we're almost done already. Does food go in the trash can or the garbage disposal? We don't have a garbage disposal at home, so I'm going to do this as if we were on vacation in Hawaii, where there's almost always a garbage disposal. And we put a lot of food down it. We don't put meat or bones or anything, but leftover mashed potatoes or potato salad, that kind of stuff. Right?
Well, we have a garbage disposal here.
It's got 4 legs. There's 3 of them. We have 3 garbage disposals, and they've each got 4 legs.
Well, we got
and then we have
4. One next door it comes over.
Yeah, we've got neighbors' dogs that are here all the time. Our daughter Megan, she's got a couple dogs, and they're over here. My dad's got a dog that's always here. Charlie, y'all have seen Charlie before. But at here, we put it in the trash can because we don't have a garbage disposal, and apparently we don't want one bad enough. We haven't got it. I mean, you just don't mess with it. Okay, this is a big one, y'all. The last 3 are big ones. Number 32, toilet paper dispense. Does it go over or under? So pretend like this is your toilet paper, okay? Do you want your toilet paper to roll out this way where you pull it here? Or this way so you pull it here? This is over. This is under. I'm an over girl. I think it needs to pull this way.
that against the wall?
I'm the wall. So it's sticking out. I'm over here. So pretend like I'm the toilet paper dispenser, and it goes around and
Goes
out.
the other way.
He thinks it goes this way, but most of the time, whenever I've asked him about it, he says it doesn't matter to me. So I'm like, if it doesn't matter to you, do it my way, because it does matter to me. But now he says it matters.
Well, it don't matter, but it's never on the thing, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
I mean, I don't always put it on there because you're going to. We have like a freestanding one, and a lot of times I'll just sit it on top because I know he's gonna put it on wrong. He's gonna put it on wrong. And it's just like that little passive aggressive thing that I do where I just don't even put it on there because he's gonna put it on wrong. But I figure if that's our biggest argument, then we're okay, I think. I have changed the toilet paper at restaurants. If I go in there and it's like on a dispenser that you can turn it around, I turn it around if it's wrong. Okay, number 33. Does pineapple belong on pizza? No.
Yep.
Okay, what about anchovies?
Nope.
Now, if you wanted pineapple and anchovies, I just don't think I could do it.
Well, I only put pineapple on Canadian
bacon.
only
on Canadian bacon. But he does like pineapple. He likes all that kind of stuff. Like when we go to Hawaii, they have like pineapple and mango and all these different like chutney type things to go on whatever you've got to eat. I don't care if it's Mexican food. They've got some kind of weird something. Pineapple salsa or something, but I don't like it. I don't like anything.
Mango salsa.
Yeah. He likes all that stuff. I don't like any of it. And
I don't like avocado, though.
No, he doesn't like anything guacamole or avocado or mushrooms or carrots. Carrots, I'm like, but mushrooms, I love mushrooms. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. The last one, and this one probably gets fought over more than any of the rest of them. Not just by us, but by everybody. Where to eat out. Like you're going to go eat something. I mean, like if we plan something and we're like, we're going to go in, we're going to Stillwater, we're going to do this and that, and we're going to go by Mexico Joe's, or we're going to go, over here and we're going to go here. But like if you're already in town or something, and then it's like, I'm hungry, and we try to decide where we're going to eat, what happens?
I say, where do you want to eat? I don't know. So if I pick something, you don't want that.
What I usually say is, I don't care as long as it's not fast food, right? I have issues and I don't digest fast food. Every once in a while, I want like something. Like the other day, I was wanting Burger King. Not bad enough to go get it, but I wanted it. And I only usually eat it, like he'll bring McDonald's home, but I just about only eat fast food at home because sometimes it makes me have to poop. And if it doesn't do that, sometimes it gets stuck because I have a non-working lap band, but it's still in there. And so it sticks and then I end up throwing it. So I don't like to do either of those things in public. So how do we generally decide where we're going to eat?
About the third time I'll ask you, and then you'll finally say something.
Or we'll give like a couple of choices. We don't really fight that much, other than like there's a couple places that I really like to go. He doesn't like Italian food. I could eat Italian every day. I could eat Mexican every day. But he's gotten real picky about Mexican too, and he bases it on the tamales. It has to be the right tamale. And I'm like, well, get something besides a tamale. But you don't. He used to get nothing but fajitas. Now he's like a tamale guy.
Or I get enchilada too.
Yeah. Or some kind of big burrito or something. But anyway, so that's all we've got. We're going to look at the chat now and see what you guys have got to say. And then we'll be done for the night. So let's go to the chat. So, okay. Denise Hansen says, hello, Susie. Susan P says, hey, Susie. Miss Sunrise Dawn says, hi from North Georgia, everyone. Good to see you here. Susan saying hi to Denise. Sunrise Dawn is catching up on double speed. Talking to each other a little bit. Saying hi to Mark. Miss Sunrise Dawn says, warning to trolls, I wear a size 12 wide. That's a foot. That's right. You can kick their butt straight out of here, guys. I was thinking about today, or I was, I think Miss Sunrise Dawn and I were talking yesterday about chat rules and everything, and I really only have one, and it is don't be a jerk. That's about it. Don't be a jerk. And if you're a jerk, she's going to kick you with her size 12. Or some of the others will. Sunrise Dawn says, it's nice to meet you, Mark. I'm betting that me and my hubby have had all 12. So at the first 12, you've had them all. We don't really have very many fights. We just really don't. I mean, we don't always do things exactly the same way, but we've gotten pretty good about working together, don't you think? And on vacation, we really do. We just kind of, Now, I will say I am horrible. It is, I don't know. When we get to like Hawaii, I literally when the plane lands, I just decompress. I just like relax, right? And then we get to the condo and all that. And then for a little while, everything he does pisses me off, doesn't it? Like, I am just like, don't even want to be around myself for a little while. And then that eases off. I mean, it is literally not that long. But once that eases off, we hardly ever fight after that. We don't really have disagreements, other than sometimes I'll be like, come on, why do you wait till we're ready to have to go pee? He's the one that does that. My husband is going to tell me what he thinks I should do or say. Goodness.
I got granddaughters that tell me that too.
What?
What to do and say.
Yeah, what to do. He has a shirt that says, you don't scare me. I have granddaughters. I have 3 granddaughters. We got more than that now. Don't you? Do we just have 3? Well, there's Kinsey. And yeah, we have more than 3 because there's Kinsey and Jovi. They're just bigger, but he was, Oh, yeah. You have your own tube. Oh, her husband. Susan P. says her husband would cheat, has cheated, and watched ahead. It would make me mad. I can't believe it wouldn't make you mad. I would be mad. I would be. Like when we were watching that, what was that one with there was the 2 different ones. There was the one where the guy got accused of murder and he's in jail. We don't know if he's guilty or not. And that woman's trying to get him out. Remember, and they're like, you had this. Yeah, I remember they killed somebody killed that girl, and they have the salvage, and I can't remember what it's called. Making a Murderer.
That wasn't really a movie.
No, not a movie. They're talking about Netflix series, like that you watch ahead a few seasons, or not seasons. Well, it could be seasons, but episodes. Like if he watched ahead on that one, or on that one what's that tiger guy from Oklahoma. What's his name? Oh my God, why can't I think of anything? You know what I mean? The goofy with the blonde hair, and he's in jail too.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I think of his name?
Tiger King.
Yeah, Tiger King. There you go. Like, we watched both of those, and if he had watched ahead, oh my God, I'd have been pissed. He wouldn't have had time to do it because he's at work all the time. But I would never have watched ahead because as mad as I would be, if I'm going to be mad over it, I'm not going to do it because you would have every right to be mad if it's something that's going to piss me off. Susan P. says, I'm a bottom, squeeze the tube. Me too. Hubby has dentures, so that's a non-issue for us. Husband puts our destination into a map app and tells us where to go. Yeah, we do that too. We usually know where we're going, but we're really good about doing that if we have to. Susan P's the only one that reads the directions. Sunrise Dawn uses GPS.
And I still do it the old-fashioned way sometimes.
He like will take out a map, or he will go on and get the whole map it, like a Google Maps thing on the freaking computer and then print it. He's really bad about printing all these papers, and he'll hand them over to me, and I'm like, where'd you get this? He'll be like, on the internet. And I said, oh, the internet that I can look up, and then we don't have to kill a tree. Isn't that right?
But sometimes you can't get it, so.
Not generally, but yeah.
And GPS ain't always right.
That is true. Denise says, we live in the Phoenix area, so we need the AC on early in the season. It can get quite hot in April here. I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. We're more of a temperature person. If it's hot in December, that thing's coming on. But if it's just hot one afternoon or something, not so much. But if it's like,
It's been hot in December, but we weren't here.
Yeah. My husband sets the temps, and then I change it when he goes to sleep. He does that to me. He'll walk by and bump it, and I'll be like, I saw that. But Sunrise Dawn says it drives her husband insane about the phone. Oh, you tend to eat at different places? Like do you not eat together, or you like Reese and Jeff? Oh, I'm not even going there. But anyway, she'll sit quietly and have water while he eats sushi, and then they go down the deal a little bit, and he sits and has water when she eats Mexican food.
That ain't going to happen.
No. It works I guess it don't work too good, but it doesn't seem to bother either. That doesn't bother them. Yeah, we don't check phones at business or meals unless he has a business call. Yeah, that's a totally different thing. That's a different thing. Now, my daughters, especially the older one and the son-in-law, they are on their phones constantly, aren't they? We're just not. Half the time I forget to charge mine. If you all ever text me or send me a message and I don't get back to you, it's because I forgot to charge the thing and it's dead and I don't know where it's at or something. No sponge in the sink. Denise says, neither of us leave sponges in the sink. Good. Yeah, a sponge in the sink. Denise says that they keep their shoes in a rack, but I keep my slippers and sandals under the computer where I am at. That makes sense. I've gotten lazy. To be perfectly honest, I used to keep my shoes put up most of the time, other than like if I knew I was getting ready to put them back on. But I've gotten lazy about it. I just don't feel good, and so it's just like, ugh. So Susan said that her husband can't hear good, so it gets loud. You sit in the kitchen. Hey, Mommers, I don't recognize that name. Is this your first time, or did you change your name? Because I don't recognize your name, but welcome. I'm glad to see you, and please come back again. Tomorrow I've got a live where we're actually going to talk about Scientology. And then I've got a couple others that I'm prepping too. So I'm really prepping stuff lately. My husband usually controls the TV, but I have a remote too. And if I want to, if you want to adjust the volume. Yeah. We both have remotes, but we don't have it. It's on now and just right over there, and you can't hear it. So, or unless you can, but I can barely hear it. So your husband is always ahead of everyone. That's my dad, but he's got such long legs. But it drives me nuts to go anywhere with him. I'm like running because I'm not very tall. I'm 5'6". I'm not short, but he's like over 6 foot, like 6'4", and I just feel like I'm having to run to keep up with him. Miss Sunrise Dawn had to go mod another channel. Yeah, we're fine. I wear a 9.5 sometimes. So I can kick some people too. Oh, Mommer says that she hit the button. Did you? I hope so. Thank you. To keep from going with me, he will lean on a basket and go slow. Well, I'm a basket leaner, but I still go fast, don't you think? I'm usually ahead of you.
You're a basket stealer.
I'm a basket stealer. If he gets the basket, I just take it. But especially since I've had all the cancer stuff, there's my kitty. But I like to have something to lean on. Denise likes paper
A
towels.
little jealous.
Susan likes dish towels. Aw. She says at Sunrise, thanks for being so welcome here. Absolutely. That's what we do. We welcome everybody. We are very mellow. I usually do like a little bit of a show or whatever you want to call it. Like I tell about what we're talking about, and then I go to the chat so we can just talk. Sometimes I check in with the chat a couple of times throughout the deal. Our dog is trying to crowd us.
Back up. He saw the cat. He's jealous.
Sunrise Dawn's going to catch up. We agree on the teams. My husband is a really big sports fan. We are really upset we lost our NHL team, the Coyotes. Yeah. Susan P says Cowboys for her, Rangers, Mavericks. Let me guess, all Texas teams. Thinking you're not talking about the OSU Cowboys. Probably the Dallas Cowboys.
Yuck. I did like the Rangers when I lived there some.
Yeah.
I went to some of those.
No on the food. It's no problem. We don't have a problem with that either. Usually if I bring it home, if I bring home something that it's going to matter, it wouldn't matter, because it's usually like if I go to Italian or something with one of the daughters, and he's not going to eat it anyway. But usually if I don't eat it that first day, and he'll say, did you ever eat your, enchiladas or whatever? And I'll be like, no, you can have it. So you'll take it for lunch sometimes, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
Denise says, I have Crohn's, so I can't usually eat what my husband does. So I could eat his leftovers. Yeah, I have Crohn's too. And if I'm going to eat something that I know is going to mess with my Crohn's, I usually want to do it at home. Just because I want to be comfortable and not worrying about if I'm going to make it to a bathroom. You could not eat his leftovers. Yeah. Dogs steals socks and leaves them everywhere. Yes.
Used to steal shoes.
Yeah.
And line them up, and we'd have one of each shoe.
Susan P says, we don't share each other's pics unless we agree. I'm not going to post a bad looking picture of him. So I expect the same. I want to have some say.
Well, there won't be any bad pics anyway.
Oh.
I was talking about Duke.
Due to job duties, it always my mom. His mom lived a good bit away. Yeah. So you always spend it with your mom because his mom lived away. I can understand that too. I've been lucky. Mark's mom, now his dad has passed, lives a little bit, like maybe an hour away. And so we really just don't have a lot of problems with that. We can usually figure out the holidays well in advance. We're going to his mom's tomorrow. She likes to have like some kind of a luncheon every couple of months, but she's going to do one next month too. And that's my birthday month.
Someone else's too. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Well, I think is it Austin's?
I think
it's Austin's. So we're the golden children. We only have one child, and my in-laws live in Ohio. My parents have been gone for 65 and 48 years. Wow. So we go to my daughter's. Wow, that's a long time. Susan says, we don't leave hair. My son does. Most of the time I've been bald lately. I mean, like when I do chemo, from the top of my head to the tip of my toes, just bare. So he doesn't have to worry about it a lot. I've been bald a long time. I'm just now growing hair back. I got it hid under this hat because it's nasty today. It's at that length where it needs a cut or a shape anyway, but I don't want to. Duke. That's the cat.
Duke's over here with the hair.
Yeah, Denise says that I will eat ice cream from the container when there's just a little bit left. Yeah, that wouldn't make me mad. Like if you were just like eating the little bit that was left, I'd just assume not dirty a bowl. But I mean, that's why I'll do it with those little bitty ones.
I don't use a bowl anyway. I use those Eskimo Joe's
He
cups.
uses these plastic glasses that we get from one of our favorite restaurants that they give. So he uses those for cereal too, because the girls did that and they taught him, didn't they? I'm the one that can fall asleep anywhere, anytime. I even fall asleep at the computer. I can't fall asleep anywhere. And I used to fall asleep very fast, but with all the chemo, it takes me a while. I either can't sleep at all or I can't wake up. So
No.
he
No.
only complains when I'm on YouTube. I wonder why. I mean, what is it about YouTube that bothers him? I wonder. Tell him to start watching my channel and then he'll just like it and be here too. And you can be like the Rain or the like Rain. What's their last name? They just went out of my head. Anyway, Rain and this chemo stuff sucks. I know their names as much as I know mine. Virus. Rain and Joe Virus. They watch together on their own computers. Susan P. is left where she goes to sleep. Enough said. We're retired, so we just get up whenever unless we have an appointment. Yeah. Alarms are not a problem. Glass is not a problem. We don't have the alarms. I mean, that annoys me sometimes, but it's usually just if I've had a rough night, then I'm just in a cranky mood because most of the time it wouldn't bother me at all. But the glasses, we don't have a problem with. Yeah. I have Crohn's, so I use a separate toilet from my hubby. Most of the time we do too. Most of the time. Yeah, I hate leaving pee in the toilet. It happens occasionally, but it's not me. The problem with towels. Susan P says she tells her husband how to drive and hits the invisible brake. I'm hitting the invisible gas pedal. I mean, I do this thing where it looks like I'm pedaling my foot, like a Freddie Flintstone thing, like trying to get him to go. Yeah. And then sometimes we'll be on like just a county road. I mean, it's paved, but he'll be like going the highway speed limit on the county road. And I'm like, what the heck? It was so funny. Y'all, I got to tell the story. When we bought my car and his truck that day, we were test driving and he gets in it. I told the girls this. I said, it was freaking hilarious. I wish I could have recorded it if I'd have had any idea. He gets in his truck that he's bought. And I mean, he puts his foot in it, right? And away we go. He squalls the tires. Down the road we go just as fast as he can. And I'm like, he's like weaving around, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm just like looking at him like, what the hell? And he's like, well, I want to see what it'll do. I want to make sure it'll do it. And I'm like, well, you're not ever going to do it again. I don't know why you're worried about if it'll do it or not.
You never know.
You never know. I pretty much know. Yeah, I don't drive my husband anywhere unless he has a medical procedure because he always tells me how I should be driving. You don't really bother me when I drive. It doesn't happen a lot lately. But I've had a couple of years that they've not let me drive because, the doctors have said no. Denise says she doesn't let her husband load the dishwasher or do the laundry. I would just have to redo it, everything he did. Yeah. He says, I'm usually the last one to go to bed, midnight, 1 or 2. Yeah. Yeah. I'm usually the first one in bed, but the last one to go to sleep. But I'll lay in bed and be on YouTube and everything with my little ear things in. I need to take this iPad in there because I could use my little earbuds with it. And then it wouldn't be popping out of the deal and him having to hear it. But it's such a pain to have to reset it every time. My husband gets in bed at 8 every day. I'm retired, so I do as I please. Good for you. That's pretty much what I do. have night lights all over the house so I can see when I have to pee in the middle of the night, which is usually every night. Oh yeah, I get up anytime from 1 to 6 or 7 times a night, depending on how much I drank too much too late in the night. Which chemo dehydrates you, so I go to bed with one of these big glasses, and it's full when I go to bed, and it's empty when I get up a lot. And sometimes I have to fill it up in the night. Susan puts her food scraps in the trash can. So does Denise. Denise says the toilet paper goes over. So does Susan. No anchovies. Yeah. Yes. See, this is my problem. Since I have Crohn's, we have to go where I can eat something, and I always have a hard time deciding where. Between the Crohn's, where I can't eat like certain kinds of foods, and then I have a lap band that I need to have taken out, but it costs $15,000 to have it taken out, which is actually more than it took to put it in, and my insurance won't cover it. So if they would start covering it, it'd be gone. But anyway, they've taken the fluid out so that I can eat because it wasn't working, and it's a whole big deal with my autoimmune diseases and everything. Made it quit working, and it's just a mess. But anyway, so not only can I not eat some foods because of Crohn's, but I have to have everything has to be what I call wet. So basically I get cheese enchiladas with cheese sauce on them, or some kind of Italian food that's got a lot of, sauce to it. I can't do like dry stuff because it will stick. And what it does is it sticks in my esophagus. It hurts so bad that I just want to die, and then it comes back up. So I don't want to do that in a restaurant because it might take 30 minutes for it to hurt bad enough and to do whatever it's got to do for it to come up. Or it might do it as soon as I swallow, no matter how much I chew. So I'm a real pain in the butt. So it is hard for me to decide. And so every time that we go, and what he doesn't see is in the back of my head, I'm thinking, okay, is this a day where everything's sticking? Is this going to be a good day or not? He's getting sleepy apparently. But yeah, Tiger King. So it takes me a while. Yeah. He says, where you want to go? If I say we go where he wants to go to begin with, on birthday, I win. Yeah. We only really have just a few places that we go. And we generally, it's like, do we want Mexican food? Okay, well then we're going to, if we're in one town, if we're in Stillwater, it's going to be Mexico Joe's just about always, won't it?
Unless Jovi went, then it had to be that horsey one.
Yeah. Palomino's. There was a Mexican restaurant there called Palomino's, and she just, when she was little, this would be Veda's older sister, and she would just call it Horsey Place. Question: is there a test for Crohn's that can't be confused with other digestive problems? I don't know, because they say they think I have Crohn's, but I've not been 100% diagnosed with it, but it comes closer to Crohn's than anything else. So that's what they call it. Now, his sister has been diagnosed with Crohn's, and she really has a hard time. She's on medicine for it all the time. It's bad. Wow. Been diagnosed for 40 years. Creepy B5. Hey, I wondered where you were at. You are adorable. Hi, Mark. She's asking if she's right that I'm adorable.
Oh, yeah.
So excited about it. Oops. That should be an autoimmune. Yeah, it is an autoimmune. Crohn's. It is autoimmune. Giggling, watching Mark. Please let me go. I keep holding on to his arm or his leg like, you're not leaving. We're almost done.
This bench is kind of hard.
We're sitting we have a bench on one side of our table, so it's kind of hard. Denise says, Tammy, colonoscopies, and I had lost a lot of weight in a short amount of time with diarrhea. My twin sister had been diagnosed a couple years before me, so I knew, even if the doctors didn't. I actually gained weight. And I was like, when they said that it was probably Crohn's, I said, no, I gained weight, and they said some people gain and some people lose. It said way more people lose, but some people do gain. And I said, well, of course, I'm going to get the one where we gain. Susan saying hi to Creepy, and Creepy saying hi to Susan. A couple months ago, decided to stop it because it can cause lymphoma. And I had lymphoma in August of 2022, and I'm not risking that again. Oh, man, that is something. I don't want that either. I have something that they call, I don't know how they pronounce it. If it's lipedema or lipedema, it's not the same as lymphedema or lymphoma. It's different, but it's where, like, I told Mark, I said, I figured out that I'm not really fat, that I have this lipedema. And I talked to my doctor about it, and I'm going to talk to him more about it when I go back. But he was like, yeah, but it makes you gain weight, but it's kind of a fluid kind of deal. It's because your lymph nodes and stuff don't drain properly. So it's the same as some of it, but it's a specific angle with it. And so, I've got a really small body from like the waist up, but from the waist down, I'm bigger. So that's a pain in the butt because I've always carried my weight in my legs and everything and wondered about it. And now I know why. So at least I know why. So we're looking into what we can do to treat it. But really, the only way to really treat it is to do liposuction. And I'm just not really into that. But I mean, I've just had so many things done. I just don't know if I want something else. Wow. So the Crohn's medication that I was on for over 30 years caused the cancer. Yeah, I've heard of that too. Oh, yeah. Creepy is so nice. She's one of the sweetest people I know, and I really want to have her on here. I'm going to figure out and start having people on at least once a week, having different people on the channel and visiting with them, just talking. So, well, anyway, I'm going to get off of here so that I can let Mark get back to his ball game.
I think it's over.
That's why he was looking like he was ready to go. But you can go back and look at it, watch the end of it on the computer or something, iPad. But anyway, we're going to go. I'll be back on tomorrow. We were late getting on today because we celebrated Jovi's birthday or Veda's birthday. And then tomorrow we are going to his mom's, but I'm going to be on sometime in the afternoon, early evening. So we're going to get some rest, and y'all go get some rest or start your day, depending on where you're at. Thank you so much for joining us. Please come back. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Jovi and I are going to, Veda says hi.
Veda.
That's my daughter.
Not Joey, Veda.
Jovi or Veda and I are going to do another live in a couple of days to announce the giveaway. So this one right here, Megan, that's my daughter. That's our daughter. And she's saying, Veda says hi. So hi to everybody. She's watching you. She doesn't watch me.
I know. Good shirt. So, I won't say it.
What?
Grandma.
She's changed it. Well, I forgot what she changed it to. She was suddenly started calling me Grandma Poo Poo. What did she change it to now? Like, I can't remember.
I don't know.
Megan, ask her what it is she calls me now. I can't remember. But Creepy B5 and Susan are both saying hi, Veda. She will be on in a day or two, maybe tomorrow. We're going to announce the giveaway. We've got some really good stuff for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So anyway, yeah, Grandma Doozy. There you go. So it kind of sounds like Susie. Grandma Doozy. Yeah. Yes. Grandma Doozy. Well, I'm going to go let this poor man go back to watching his game and all of his old TV shows. We like to watch Magnum and
Rockford
Files. We're terrible, y'all. We're like, I don't know, 80 years old or something.
The new stuff's terrible.
It is terrible. But we're going to go, and we will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Megan, tell Veta and Jovi and Connor that Grandma and Grandpa love them, and we will see them tomorrow. We love you too, and Curtis. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.